let's have a look at some exam questions. Right. We can see there are two right angle triangles attached to each other. There is one जो कि we can see one triangle is above the other right angle triangle. ठीक है. So जरा ऊपर वाले right angle triangle को analyze करते हैं. We can see that there is an angle given and there is a side given. Right. So जो नीचे वाला right angle triangle है, इसमें we can see that there is an angle जो हमें find करना है और हमें hypotenuse given है because 90 degrees के सामने वाली side hypotenuse है. We've already discussed that in the last lecture. Right. So in order to find the angle, we need to have one more side. We can see all three trigonometric ratios. Beta, we need at least two lengths. Right? We need at least two lengths. So हमारे पास सिर्फ एक side है. So what we'll do is हम ऊपर वाली triangle से information को shift करेंगे in the lower triangle. Right? So let's try to find this common length. हम इसको y suppose कर लेते हैं because ये common length in both the right angle triangles. Let's try to find this length y. Right? So let's focus on the upper right angle triangle. Right? First thing is first, हम label करते हैं. 90 degrees के सामने वाली side hypotenuse, angle के सामने वाली side opposite, हम O से लिख लेते हैं और जो एक side बच गई, that is your piece. Right? So we have to find this common length y. So कौन-कौन सी दो लेंथ्स इन्वॉल्व हो रही है? Opposite and base. Right? अगर ये unclear है तो हम इसको थोड़ा सा यहां पर लिख लेते हैं. This is opposite. चलो, opposite and base. So opposite and base tan x इसको connect करता है. So simple one line answer. We'll use tan of the angle, tan of angle जो involved है is equal to opposite over base. So y over 4. Simple. Simply cross multiply. 4 common denominator है जाके multiply हो जाएगा. 4 into tan of 40 degrees. So ये बेटा आपके पास आ गई value y की. So we have the calculators. Don't forget to check that they are on degree mode. So let me pick my calculator and we'll write 4 multiplied by tan of 40 degrees and don't forget to close the brackets. और ये बेटा आपके पास वैल्यू होगी 3.36. So remember that. अगर कोई वैल्यू बेटा आगे हम यूज करते हैं in the question, don't round it off. हम round off करते हैं in the last part, right? जब हमने final answer देना होता है. So minimum to maintain the accuracy, हम 3 decimal places तक उसको carry करते हैं, right? So that the accuracy is maintained. Remember that, remember the rule, never ever round off in the middle of the question. So हम इसको 3 decimal places तक लिखते हैं. So this is 3.356 because we know कि हमने इसको आगे use करना है इस value को, right? So बेटा y की value हमारे पास आ गई. So in other words, अब हम जरा इसको rewrite करते हैं. मैं इसको erase करता हूँ. Right? So let's say we have this length 3.356. Okay. Now the lower triangle is complete. So we have to find the angle in the lower right angle triangle. So अब हम इसको separately treat करेंगे. हम angles को हम उसी तरह बेटे sides को पहले हम label करेंगे. Right angle के सामने वाली side hypotenuse, angle के सामने वाली side opposite और जो एक side बच गई that is your piece. Right? So again opposite और hypotenuse, opposite और hypotenuse. Sin x इसको connect कर रहे हैं. So sine of the angle x is opposite 3.356 over hypotenuse which is 10. So already बेटा हमने discuss किया how do you find the angle? Sine over जाके sine inverse हो जाएगा. So x is equal to sine inverse 3.356 over 10. So once again बेटा pick up your calculators. Don't forget to check degree mode में calculator होना चाहिए. So we'll just put shift sine inverse or bracket. So 3.356 and divided by 10 bracket close equals to 19.6 degrees. ये हमारा बेटा फाइनल आंसर है. and final answer to degrees जो हमें angles के बेटा answer देने होते हैं in degrees, standard instructions to 1 decimal place, right? So 19.6 degrees are it. So that was your first question and it was pretty simple. बेटा सिर्फ हमने ये analyze करना है कि information incomplete थी and we could easily shift the information from the upper right angle triangle in the lower right angle triangle ताकि वो information complete हो जाए and we can apply one of the trigonometric ratios to solve a right angle triangle. But again, please remember that whenever you get a right angle triangle, always go for trigonometric ratios अगर angle involved हो रहा है, right? So I hope this question is absolutely clear. Let's look into another question. Let's look into a very similar question. So we have to once again find the angle x. Right? So beta we can see again there are two right angle triangles attached with each other. So let's analyze first. Information incomplete to nahi hai in the upper triangle. So we can see only one length is there or there is no other length available. So we cannot apply trigonometric ratio currently in the upper right angle triangle. So there are lower right angle triangle को देखते हैं. In the lower right angle triangle we can see हमें angle भी given है or we are given a length as well. So what I can think of is I want to find this common length. हम इसको let's say again y suppose कर लेते हैं, right? अगर हम common length calculate कर लेते हैं, so we can easily apply any of the trigonometric ratios in this triangle and we can find the angle x. So simply बेटा 2 times आपने trigonometric ratio apply करना है and you will be able to calculate this angle. Let's see. So first thing is first. बेटा whenever you get a right angle triangle पहले हम sides को label करेंगे. Remember that. That is the first step. So 90 degrees के सामने वाली side is hypotenuse. Angle के सामने वाली side is opposite. और जो side बच गई that is your base. Right? So जल्दी से हम इसको देखते हैं. कौन सी दो sides connect हो रही हैं? Opposite and base. So opposite and base once again tan x. So tan of the angle is opposite over base. Right beta, very simple. Simply cross multiply कर देंगे. We all know that. Multiple times हमने इसको discuss कर लिया है. हम इसको calculate कर लेंगे. We'll pick a calculator और simply हम इसको देखते हैं what is the answer. So 3 multiplied by tan of 37 degrees. Tan of 37. Right? So ये बेटा आंसर आ गया 2.261. 2.261. Again, same concept. Because ये value हमने आगे use करनी बेटा. So accuracy को हमने compromise नहीं करना, round off नहीं करना, never ever round off in the middle of the question. So accuracy maintain रखने के लिए minimum 3 decimal places. ये हमारे पास y की value आ गई, right? So we just again rewrite the question. So that means हमारे पास y की value आ गई 2.261. Now we can see that the information in the upper right angle triangle is complete. So अब हम इसको sides को label करते हैं. Right angle के सामने वाली side hypotenuse, angle के सामने वाली side again opposite, और जो एक side बच गई that is your base. I hope this is very clear now. Now coming to the upper right angle triangle. So हमने label कर लिया sides को. Let's see. So again hypotenuse, angle के सामने side opposite, और this is the base. So कौन सी दो sides connect हो रही है? Opposite जो कि हमें given है, and base obviously जो कि हमें again given है. We have to find the angle. So opposite और base connect हो रही है. So once again we use tan x. So right, tan of the angle is opposite 261 over base which is 7. Right? So 3 decimal places तक हम value लेंगे ताकि accuracy maintain रहे. So बेटा ये x उधर जाके once again angle find करना है, तो जाके हो जाएगा tan inverse. So this is 2.261 over 7. Simply pick up your calculator. It hardly takes 5 seconds. आपने सिर्फ लिखना है inverse tan 2.261 divided by, just a second, 2.261 divided by 7, bracket close, and the answer is 17.9 degrees. 17.9 degrees. और एंगल के आंसर्स डिग्रीज में जो आते बेटा to 1 decimal place. Standard instructions. I hope this is absolutely clear. Let's look into another question. So when we look at this question, there are 3 right angle triangles attached to each other, right? So beta quickly already हमने discuss किया कि we can see इसमें information is incomplete. We need another side. और common side हो तो obviously it becomes easier for us to calculate the angle. So common side अब split हुई भी है 2 right angles में. So let's say one is this y and one is this z length, right? So if we somehow find z and y, so that would give us the complete, length of this right angle triangle. ये जो hypotenuse side है, 90 degrees के opposite side hypotenuse. So ये बेटा complete length, we can find that, right? So let's find y first. So इस right angle triangle को जरा हम label करते हैं. 90 degrees के सामने वाली side hypotenuse, angle के सामने वाली side this is opposite, we can write opposite, और जो side बच गई that is your base, right? So कौन सी दो lengths connect कर रही है? That is opposite हमने find करनी है, opposite and base. So opposite and base once again tan x. So tan of the angle is opposite, which is y, over base, which is 12. Simple. एक line के answers हैं. It's just application of trigonometric ratios, picking up the correct trigonometric ratio. Right? So बेटा cross multiply कर दो. ये आपके पास y आ गया. Pick up your calculator और आपने simply 12 multiply by tan of 28 bracket close और ये बेटा आ गया 6.381. 6.381 to 3 decimal places. Because ये value हमने आगे use करनी है, to maintain the accuracy हम 3 decimal places तक लेंगे. Right. Let's quickly find the z. इसको हम erase कर देते हैं. We don't need this anymore. First thing is first, हम sides label करते हैं. Right angle के सामने hypotenuse. Angle के सामने वाली side is opposite. हम इधर opposite लिख देते हैं. और the side which is left is base. Right? 90 के सामने hypotenuse, angle के सामने वाली side opposite, and this is your base. So once you label that, we can see हमें कौन सी दो sides given है, opposite और base हमने find करनी है. So opposite and base, once again tan x. So tan of the angle 58.2 is opposite over base, which is z, right? Opposite over base, right beta? So ये tan x हमारा trigonometric ratio use हो. So z को cross multiply कर देते हैं. So we know how to solve a simple equation. Tan 58.2 is a number, is a value. So ये multiple है, equation किस तरफ जाके divide हो जाएगा. So z आपके पास आ गया बेटा 12 divided by tan of 58.2. So z आपके पास आ गई, again z जो length है, pick up your calculator and simply plug in 12 divided by tan of 58.2 degrees, bracket close, simply close the bracket, और ये बेटा आपके पास value आ गई 7.440. 7.440. So we've got the value of x, this length y, and we've got the length z. So coming to the upper right angle triangle, बाकी हम erase कर देते हैं. We don't need this anymore. इसको हम erase कर देते हैं. चलो. So y plus z. So what is the complete length? So this is 6.381 plus 7.440. So y plus z is what? Again we need the calculator. Quickly we'll write 6.381 plus 7.440. Right? So the answer is 13.821. 13.821. So बेटा ये आपकी complete length आ गई 13.821. So I'll just erase this and I'll write 13.821. ये आपके पास complete length आ गई. So now it's very simple. Label the triangle. Right angle के सामने वाली side hypotenuse. Angle के सामने वाली side is opposite. और जो side बच गई that is your base. So कौन सी दो lengths involve हो रही है? That is hypotenuse and opposite side. So opposite और hypotenuse को sin x connect कर रहे हैं. So sine of the angle is opposite over hypotenuse, which is 13.821. So angle हमने find करना है. Sine उधर जाके sin inverse हो जाएगा. This is 10 over 13.821. और बेटा एंगल की वैल्यू आ गई आपके पास. अगेन पिक अप योर कैलकुलेटर. तो sin inverse fraction 10 divided by 13.821 bracket close. और ये बेटा आ गया 46.3 degrees. 46.3 degrees. Again, angle के answers should be given to 1 decimal place. So I hope these questions are absolutely clear. Comments में बेटा मुझे बताओ आपको कितनी understanding मिली. If any confusions, any ambiguity, please let me know.